Hi guys, this is Anna and welcome to my March book haul. This is part one of the two. Every single book I'm going to talk about is going to be in English or it has been translated into English from another European language. There will be no Russian books in this one. The vast majority of the books I have purchased in a second-hand bookstore, love them. And only two came up from an online retailer, shall we say. So the first of them will be Moby Dick. This is the Penguin Classics edition, and I purchased this because this is the book I would like to read or read properly, shall we say, in a full unabridged version this year. So I don't know if I'm going to read it in May or in June, but I would like to give it a go before the school breaks for summer holiday. And the second book, completely new, it's an hardbound edition which I purchased thanks to Olive primarily and YouTube in general. It's called A Gentleman in Moscow by the same author who's done The Rules of Civility. I think his name is Amortals. I wanted to get it electronically on the NetGalley, but was unfortunately rejected. I know Olive read it and she loved it, so I kind of thought, genuinely, I like her book taste, particularly if it's something to do with Russia, and I want to read The Rules of Civility as well, so I purchased this one. Everything else is going to be secondhand, starting with a work translated from German. This is called The Diary of a Man in Despair by Friedrich Reck, with the afterword by Richard Evans, translated from German by Paul Rubens, and this has been published by New York Review Books. You would never believe this is a second-hand copy because it's just beautifully preserved. I would like to read more of the German literature from the 20th century, and this deals with the period in time between 1936 and 1944, so during Nazi time Germany, and I found it fascinating. The second one is Tom Paulin, Robinson Crusoe Secrets, The Aesthetics of Dissent. And this is not a literary fiction, this is a work about literary fiction. So this will take me forever to read because it discusses some works I have never read previously and some which I have. If you watched my tag, my classics tag, you'll know that Robinson Crusoe was one of my favorite books as a child, so I would quite like to read some commentary on the book. But it also talks about some other English classics. Just to give you a flavor, it spends quite a while talking about John Milton's, particularly Paradise Lost, but it also talks about Andrew Marvell, John Bunyan. It talks about Yeats and Blake, William Hazlitt, John Clare, Christina Rossetti, Rudyard Kipling, D.H. Lawrence, Hughes and Hopkins, David Trimble, and so on. So this is an anthology in a way, and I will take a while reading this, probably several years, but this would be a nice reference source. I then saw this and couldn't resist. This is Ryszard Kapuscinski, The Shadow of the Sun, My African Life. I'm sorry if I have butchered his name. I've tried and it just didn't work. I had heard about this book a while back. I was thinking of getting my hands, and then I saw it for like £1.50 and I just knew I had to get it. Then I saw this edition of Angela Thorkel's Pomfret Towers. I've never read any of her work. The book is in pristine condition, so this is where I'm gonna start. I'm covers the books, by the way, guys. Then I got this lovely volume of Subterranean by Janik Jirotka. This is a Czech, translated from Czech, by Mark Hune, and the book itself has been published in Prague by the Charles University in Prague, the Carolinium Press, in 2006, and it is just a beautiful book with fantastical drawings. You just find some drawings to show you. They clearly love cats. Drawings like this, very whimsical, very simple. I've heard very little about this book, but it is compared in its style to P.G. Wodehouse, and they've done a poll of the favorite books written in the 20th century in the Czech Republic, and this came up top of the list by a large margin. And it's such a lovely book as well, so it was a no-brainer. I just grabbed it. 3 books left. The first of them is Umberto Eco, and his The Island of the Day Before. I have already this book in translated into Russian. This is originally written in Italian, and the English translation has been done by William Weaver. I have never read it, but I would like to get acquainted with Umberto Eco and read all of his books, because he is beloved by so many of the booktubers, and I would like to have both the Russian and English translation just to have a comparison. The second from last is Chinua Achebe Things Fall Apart, in my favorite Penguin Modern Classics edition. Something very, very quick, I think, to read. I want to read more of the African literature, because so far everything I have read I loved. And then the best piece, in my opinion, from my book haul, I just cannot believe I managed to get my hands on this book. And it was rather cheaply. I got the entire thing for under £5. This is a student's edition of James Joyce's Ulysses. It's completely annotated for students, published by Penguin Modern Classics, and it has a large font, something for people like me to enjoy, because I struggle with tiny print. It has a beautiful introduction, it has notes on the side, it has commentary at the back. It has, in fact, so many notes that I can spend months reading this book. I don't know when I'm gonna start it. This literally work of fiction terrifies me. It terrifies the crap out of me. There's no other way to say it. But I would like to actually challenge myself and one day give it a go. So yeah, that was my part 1 of the books I purchased in March. See you guys in the next video. Happy reading!